For this exercise, I want you to open up the two files that you should have downloaded um, from Canvas. So I'm going to go ahead and open those. File open, and you should have two images. One image is called corrected chef.psd, and the second image is chef.psd. So go ahead and open both of those. Remember, you can hold down the Shift key on your keyboard to select multiple files to open at once. Once you have those images open in Photoshop, right now these are in tab format, so I can click on the chef.psd tab, or I can click on the corrected chef.psd tab. So you'll see these are the same images, but there's some pretty drastic differences. Go ahead and arrange your workspace so that we can see both of these images at the same time, so we can compare and contrast them a little easier. I'm going to go to Window, Arrange. I like 2-up vertical. So once I have the 2-up vertical option selected, of course you can arrange your workspace any way you want. So you'll notice that the chef.psd image has little contrast, and it's got a nice color cast of yellow. You'll notice the corrected chef image, which is what we're going to be trying to work towards, is brighter, it's more colorful, it's got contrast. So this is what we're going to be working towards. We're going to be color correcting the chef.psd image, this kind of yellow dull one, and changing it to look as close as we can to the corrected chef.psd. So the first thing I want to teach you about is that you need to be aware of how to look at the information of your image that you're working with. So make sure you have the chef.psd tab activated, and I want you to go up to the window drop-down menu and open up something called a histogram. So this is a histogram panel. Before we start talking about the histogram, go ahead and change the channel of your histogram from colors, which I'm assuming is going to be your default, to RGB. So now we have a nice gray representation, white and gray representation of our histogram channels. So a histogram is a graphic representation of the tonal range, the brightness and darkness levels. It plots the number of pixels at each level. So you use a histogram to check for optimum brightness and the contrast as you make color corrections. So the x-axis, which is the horizontal axis, shows the color values of the pixels from the darkest, which is the furthest left over here, all the way to the brightest, which is on the far right. Anything in between is your midtones. So you'll go ahead and notice, if you're clicked on the chef.psd, that there's no pixels right here. This is completely blank. And so there's no lights, and there's no darks. No darks, which is on the far left, and no lights, which is on the far right. If you keep your histogram panel open and you click on the tab for corrected chef, you're going to watch the histogram dramatically change. Notice now in the histogram there's tons of information, light information, and there's tons of dark information, and the midtones are a little bit different. So this mountain range is completely changed from the corrected chef to the chef. So you want to start becoming aware of when a picture is flat and how to see that in a histogram. So this image has good darks and good lights. This image does not. So go ahead and we can close our corrected chef for the time being. And I'm going to move my histogram over, and I have my layers panel. And I'm going to go ahead and zoom in by doing a Command+ on my keyboard so I can see the chef a little bit closer. And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to adjust the colors of this image with the Levels command. So we're going to be working on adjusting the shadows, the brights, and the midtones. So let's go ahead and create a duplicate background layer. We want to keep this background layer original. And let's go ahead and create a duplicate. You can go ahead and do it here up in your flyout menu in your layers panel by clicking on duplicate layer. And I'm going to call this duplicate layer levels, just to keep it all straight. Work on your levels layer, and let's go ahead and open our levels panel. We're going to go to Image, Adjustment, Levels. And you'll notice in this levels panel that it looks like the histogram that we were just reviewing. You'll see there's a dark slider here, a mid-tone slider here, and a white slider here. So what I want you to do too is come over these droppers, over these little eyedropper tools. There's an eyedropper that has black ink in it, an eyedropper that has mid-tone, like grays in it, and an eyedropper that has whites in it. So what I first want you to do is I want you to grab the black eyedropper and I want you to click on the darkest part of the picture, which I'm going to say is this chef's hair. Immediately you'll notice the histogram of darks changed. The next eyedropper I want you to grab is the white eyedropper, and we're going to sample the brightest point or the whitest point in this image. And I'm going to say that this is part of the smock. So you'll notice already that some brights have been changed in this histogram and some darks have been changed and added in this histogram. So if you want to decrease the contrast on this image, there's also this other option in your levels panel called the output levels. If you drag this darker triangle to the right, maybe 12, let's go to just 12, you'll see a 12 right here. You'll notice that there's a very subtle change, but it decreases all the pixels from 0 to 12. So it gives a little bit darker image and some more contrast. Go ahead and also drag the output brights a little bit to the left. Maybe we'll do like 250. If you go real far, you can always see the dramatic change, but this is making our whites a little bit less bright. So go to about 250. And that changes the brightness a little bit. And then the last thing I want you to do is I want you to adjust the mid-tones in your input levels. You got your input levels and your output levels. Go ahead and drag your mid-tones to the right to about maybe 0.8. And you'll see that it makes your mid-tones a little bit darker. So go ahead and click your preview button, this little checkbox, and you can see all the changes that we just made, and go ahead and confirm your level adjustment. Make sure you keep this image open for the next part of the exercise.